L theory, but okay.
It's not really a theory. It's just what your eyes tell you.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know where this idea of theory came from when it's the only thing you've ever seen with your own eyes. When you go to the beach, is a flat horizon, or from a plane, when you look out, it's a flat horizon that rises.
How about when you're in the air? You can see the curvature.
Air, how
you
high?
can, like up high, like you see the curvature of the atmosphere.
Well, guess what? Even at 148,000 feet from a high altitude balloon, you don't see the curvature of the atmosphere. And even Neil deGrasse Tyson says that, which is like as high as any civilian has ever been able to go for themselves. So the only time Earth appears to curve is when the government goes higher than the civilians are able to go. And that's not proof.
I just
The only thing anyone has ever seen with their own eyes, that's why for 1500 years the whole world was convinced. They were using the Ptolemy model instead of the heliocentric model, which assumes Earth is the motionless center of the universe. And that's what every peasant believed, that's what every king believed, because that's just the conclusion your eyes come to and your body comes to. When you go outside and you listen to your body, it doesn't feel like the ground under you is spinning or moving in any way. It's only the clouds are moving over your head, like peacefully.
yeah, but gravity pulls towards the center, creating a sphere.
That's just some shit that they said, though. That's just some shit that they said that literally is based off of nothing. Like, what is gravity? They say gravity is the bending and warping of space-time, like, and it's also the reason things fall down. It's also the reason the Earth has tides in the oceans, but not in lakes or ponds. Like, gravity is this answer to all of the heliocentric model's problems. And that's a theory. Like, it's literally called the theory of gravity, by the way, because they can't.
What you're bringing up is a theory too.
Flat Earth isn't a theory. Flat Earth is a statement that my eyes see a flat Earth. I'm not drawing any conclusions or anything. There's no hypothesis going into it. It's just when I go outside, what do my eyes see?
No, but the graph you're bringing up every fucking time, also a theory.
Yeah, gravity's a theory.
Exactly. So you can't diss on gravity for being a theory whenever your only argument is a theory too.
Well, my whole point is flat Earth isn't a theory. Flat Earth is what happens when I go outside and only look at what my eyes are telling me. There's a theory that there's the bending and warping of space-time is the reason that things fall down, and it's the reason that the water is stuck to a ball spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. It's because space-time is bending and warping. But I guarantee if I asked you to explain that, or even tried to get an astrophysicist to explain that, they say we don't know. They can't get it to work. The numbers for gravity are off by 96 to 99%. Instead of mass being contributed by something, they say that, the mass is being contributed by dark energy or dark matter. They say 96% of the known universe is dark energy or dark matter. And guess what? That's a total theory, total yet to be proven. Invented in the 1930s by some dude named Fritz Zwicky. He was observing a set of stars. He's like, wait a minute. This set of stars has 99% less mass than it needs to for our understanding of gravity. In other words,
have you ever seen a lunar eclipse?
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
the sun and moon
a lunar eclipse.
Size.
If the Earth was flat, it would just be a line throughout the fucking moon.
No, for one, no. That's just not how it works. I'm not saying the lights in the sky are flat.
So it's what you're telling me is if there was a lunar eclipse, our flat Earth, as you say, is shifted perfectly towards the moon, so that it shows round.
The reason the eclipse is happening, they have lied to us and said that the reason the eclipse happens is because the globe Earth begins to obscure the light between the moon and the sun. But like, that's not true. That's just not true.
Okay, then why does a lunar eclipse happen?
It's because there are two lights in the sky and they're the exact same size, the sun and the moon, and they, for some reason, throughout the year, overlap multiple times. Well, it appears to be a light to your eyes, though. If you go outside right now in the dark and you look at the clouds around the moon, they'll be lit up.
Because it's a rock and it reflects light. So I don't.
It reflects light from the sun, but the thing is, though, the moonlight is cold and the sunlight is hot. As in, like, if you take a magnifying glass with sunlight, because
they're far enough away. That's like saying that the sun is out during the day, but it still fucking snows on the Earth.
But what are you talking about? The sun is 93 million miles away. You think it has anything to do? How do we get hot light from the sun 93 million miles away, but it's cold from the moon? That's 250,000.
Yeah, but how the fuck is the Earth cold if the Earth is closer to the sun?
Bro, first of all, the sun isn't this giant sphere in the center of the universe that everything is spinning around. It's a small light. It's about the same size as the moon. That's why it appears to be the exact same size as the moon to your eyes. And it's just a hot light and we have a cold light, and it's as simple as that. There's a strong hot light and a weaker cold light. Like
So,
that's
okay,
just
but
how
you're
we're-
still not answering my question. Is
So one goes in front of the other,
if your
and then it
theory
becomes
is
heaven.
true, then how come the sun doesn't how come it isn't always hot on Earth if the sun
Because
or
the
if
sun
the
is
moon?
small and local. The sun's light only really affects about half the Earth. It's like a spotlight above a dark table. It's not going to light the whole table up. It's going to light a little bit under the spotlight, basically. So our sun, the spotlight, lights about
So
half
then
the
why is it cold in fucking the Midwest sometimes and it's hot in the Midwest sometimes then?
Well, I mean, yeah, because the sun is going through phases, just like the moon is going through phases. Why is it winter here in Canada, but it's summer in Australia? Because the sun, right now, the reason it's daylight in Australia is because the sun is on top of it. It's right above Australia right now, if you look. So it's like, then it's too far. That's too far physically from us here, like in the West. So it's getting to be nighttime. But again, we're
Okay, then
talking
why
about
does
lights
it?
in the sky.
Hi, bro.
You can't come to the conclusion about the ground under your feet. We're talking about flat Earth, and then the only proof and they want to talk about the firmament. They want to talk about the stars and the moon and shit and stuff in the sky. But the ground under your feet isn't curving either. Like they say it does. If you Google how far can I see on Earth, the Google's gonna say about 3 miles. But you can go to a 30-mile lake and see across the shore on the other side. So it's like, what's the explanation for that? For thousands of years, people have been following this idea that you can only see 3 miles or whatever, because like that's due to the size of the globe. They say you can only see 3 miles. But guess what? People have high zoom cameras now in their pockets and on their phones, and you can literally see.
You just change your fucking theory.
We see like 20 times too far.
Defenders win.
And there's no experiment to prove that we're spinning or moving or anything.